Just so you know, I'm going to be talking out of my ass because that is the only way this will work. I try to use a script, but it just... No, when I need to yap, I need to yap. But anyways, I saw the live action How to Train Your Dragon. Yes, I did. I saw it 3 times. I'm not going to talk about it entirely because I don't feel like doing all that. But if you want to know what I thought about it, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I think for the general public, it's a pretty good movie. For a hardcore fan, though, you probably might have issues with it, so it's like an alright movie, but I would rate it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Follow me on Letterboxd, okay? So there were a lot of changes, not a lot, there was a few changes in the live action, and some were good, some were not so good, and I'm gonna talk about one of them, which is Astrid, okay? Nico Parker, I think she did all right. There were moments where her acting was a little... could have been amped up a bit, like especially that crash out scene. Whoever gave you those physical directions, slap them in the face, because what the fuck? I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding, I'm playing. But like, to be honest, her acting at some moments were like a little... alright, okay. But overall, she did good, alright? Now let's talk about the actual character, Miss Astrid, okay? So they added a few things for her, specifically a few lines. They made it very evident this time around that Astrid does not fuck with Hiccup. She does not fuck with the man because he is a nepo baby. And you know what? Very valid, okay? I can't even argue with her about that. Also, it's funny because when I analyzed movie 1 Astrid from the animated movie, I clocked that in a minute. I was like, she doesn't like Hiccup because he's a nepo baby. It was never said in the animated movies or anything like that, but anyways, in the live action, they made it very evident. She does not fuck with the boy because he has privileges and stuff. He's the son of the chief. But what I really want to get into what she says in the Great Hall. Because in the Great Hall scene, girl, let me tell you what she did. You see that house of yours over there? That's gonna be mine. She handed him an eviction notice. She said, I'm gonna take your house, and I'm gonna take your job. Okay. I don't know the exact lines, but basically what she says is that, do you see that house of yours over there? That's gonna be mine. I'm gonna be chief one day, and I'll do whatever it takes to get there. And then Hiccup's like, yeah. Now, that line, I'm not really opposed with it. The whole idea, I'm not opposed with it, had it been developed. Because she never talks about it ever again. It's never brought up ever again, which sucks because I feel like it was such a missed opportunity for her character. Because this is how I kind of envisioned it, okay? I saw the teaser, right? The teaser, it just said like, I'm gonna be chief one day and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there or whatever the fuck. So in my head, I'm just like, oh, there could be a really good moment between Hiccup and Astrid later on with this. Because this is how I envisioned it. I hoped that maybe after Romantic Flight or when they come back from the Dragon's Nest, Astrid would be like, hey, about what I said the other day, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because the thing is that Astrid never apologizes to Hiccup. In the animated movie, she apologizes to Hiccup, but I feel like she needed to do a face-to-face apology to him. Because, I don't know, I feel like she just apologized because she was scared and she wanted, like, the whole spinning shit to stop, right? I wanted her to give him an apology to his face, okay? In the live action, first of all, in the live action, she doesn't even apologize to him at all. She apologizes to Toothless and that's it. She does not apologize to Hiccup. And so when I was watching it, I was like, ooh, maybe it'll be brought up later. Nope. I just feel like it was a missed opportunity for building her character and building their relationship together. I don't know, it just felt weird because it's like you berated him. You basically threatened to overthrow the government, to the government, mind you. And we're supposed to sit here and act like you didn't say all that? Girl, come on. I don't know. I just wish there was a moment where Astrid was like, hey, I'm sorry for everything I said the other day. To be honest, I'm just terrified because there's a war going on. I don't want anything to happen to my family. I don't want anything to happen to this island. And honestly, I only felt like I could be the one to do it, to protect this island and to lead us to victory or whatever the fuck. I feel like that would have been a very nice moment for Astrid and a very good conversation to have with Hiccup, and also just kind of just like an apology, you know what I mean, like for acting all crazy with him, um and then realizing that he has the potential to lead and that she puts all his trust in him now. I don't know, something like that. I'm not a writer or anything, so just leave me alone. But yeah, it's never brought up again, which is a little concerning because now it makes it look like they're propping Astrid up to become chief, and that in itself has some issues because becoming chief is Hiccup's arc. That's not Astrid's arc. Astrid's arc is whatever happens in the first movie. I get it. You want to add more to this character, but with doing that, you're taking away from another character. Mind you, you're taking away from the main character. So it's like, what is, I don't know. I don't think that's what Dean wants. I mean, I don't know. But it's not hard to come to that conclusion because in the rest of the movie, first of all, Hiccup is called co-captain, which, I mean, doesn't mean much, but it feels like they're alluding to something, and Astrid is labeled as captain, so it just feels weird. And then on top of that, in the battle with the Red Death, Astrid is the one giving orders. She's the one giving orders. Originally, it was Hiccup. That was Hiccup's moment to show his leadership skills. He does have what it takes to become the next chief, you know what I mean? And also Hiccup mentions that Astrid is like a good leader. I don't know, I don't remember exactly what he says, but he talks about how he mentions how like she's like a good leader or something like that. I don't know, it's just all alluding to Astrid becoming chief. And I don't know if I like that idea because, like I said, it takes away from Hiccup's character. Like, that's his arc. Because what else is gonna happen in movie? Like, what is gonna happen with him in movie 2? Like, what are they gonna do with him? And also, like, Hiccup and Astrid, they're in a relationship, right? Their relationship, the way it worked and how their status was in society was that Hiccup is the chief and Astrid's the general, right? If Astrid becomes the chief, what the fuck does Hiccup become? He's not becoming the damn general, okay? Astrid can do Hiccup's job, but Hiccup cannot do Astrid's job. Let's be honest, okay? Like, no tea, no shade to him, but like, he's not doing all that. So what exactly is he now? And also, I feel like the whole chief thing, it kind of like takes away the concern that people have with Hiccup, because I feel like the big reason why people don't like Hiccup is because, or the big reason people are always giving him a hard time is because he's always messing up. He's this weak ass little bitch. I'm sorry. He just lacks a lot of the qualities of becoming chief. And the reason people are so concerned is because this is our heir. Like, he is the heir. There's no question about that. So they're terrified because they're just like, damn, like when Stoic's gone, what the fuck are we gonna do with this little bitch? If Astrid can just come up and say, oh, I'm gonna be chief, then there's no concern, because it's like, if Hiccup doesn't work out, then just elect someone else. And if that's not the case, then damn, like like, I don't know. Astrid really is like telling the government's child, like, I'm gonna overthrow the government. Like, damn. I really liked how they had her call out his privilege. I was listening or watching another review about the live action, and they mentioned that having her call out his privilege was just something they did because she's played by a black person and Hiccup is white, and so they wanted to make it like some kind of woke thing. I don't think that was the case, because first of all, Ruffnut is white, and she called him out for like privilege too, for like being a nepo baby. So I don't think that was like the whole case or anything like that. I don't know. I really do like how she called him out for his nepotism, and I thought it was really like, damn, like I was taken aback in a good way when she said, oh, like, I'm gonna take your house, like, what are you gonna do about it? Well, she didn't say that, but you know her attitude and all that. I thought that was like whoa. And some people can argue that that's just not something Astrid would say, and I agree, that's not something Astrid would say, which is why I was really hoping for some kind of apology to come up, because I don't know, she just wouldn't say that. I don't know. Astrid's character now, like in the live action, she just seems like she just makes less sense to me than like original Astrid. Like, I think it's kind of disappointing because you gave her these lines for more character depth, but we didn't really get anything. Like, honestly, it just makes the switch up worse, because a lot of people were upset with the switch up being like, oh, Astrid got too soft too quickly. It just makes it worse because she was like literally berating him. Not only that, but like threatening to take his spot in society, and then now she's just like, ooh, fine shite. Like, that's not I'm sorry, I don't know why I did it like that, but that's like now it just makes less sense to me, at least it just makes less sense. And I saw somebody else, a mutual on Twitter, they were just like, she's two different, she feels like two different people, and I'm sorry, but I have to agree with that, because yeah, I don't know, like I said, I'm talking out of my ass, so I'm not like, not everything is like going out coherently. I don't know. I'm not like distraught about it, you know what I mean? It doesn't keep me up at night. I just feel like it was a missed opportunity. I just feel like it's a shame, because it was a missed opportunity to actually give a really good character depth. She was all right. You know what I mean? I Nico Parker is a cutie though. I love her interviews. Like, her and Mason, they're so cute. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on live action Astrid. On the upside, the scene where they think Hiccup was dead is really good, and I really like what they did with her and Stoic, because I don't know, I just thought that was cute how they kind of like brought in what was said in the comics, because if you read I didn't read the comics, I just know about this one panel where Astrid was telling a story about Stoic, and how he was like, oh, I always wanted a daughter, like, and now I have one, or some shit like that. You know, I thought that was cute. I thought it was really nice, okay? Um and I thought the part where they thought Hiccup was dead, I thought that was really good. And yeah, probably one of my favorite scenes in this whole movie. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm gonna go now because I don't have anything else to say. All love to Nico Parker, by the way. Like, girl, nobody gives a fuck about the blonde wig, okay? Like, trust me. The blonde hair is not what you should be complaining about with this character, okay? I'm sorry, that sounded so petty or whatever, but I'm gonna go now, okay? Go watch the live action if you haven't, okay? It's actually pretty good. Or don't, like, I don't give a shit anymore. Okay, bye. Sorry, I'm editing this right now, and Dean, I just want you to know that this is coming from a place of love and care, alright? That's it. That's all I wanted to say.